Hi, this is going to be a collective vlog from the end of July into like mid-August. I'll explain why you're getting old footage at the end of the vlog, but for now, please enjoy. I started out working on some art fight attacks. This is my first year participating in art fight and I really enjoyed it. Then I went to D&D that night. My friend got shrunk, so I drew him in actual size. And there's us fighting. I love our Tuesday D&D nights. The moon was really full that night, so I took a little clip of that. Wednesday, more art fight. I drew my drow along with this, I think this was a half drow, this character I'm drawing. It was really fun drawing them together. And then I worked on a granny square while watching the D&D movie for the first time. It was so good. And there's Wasabi. Worked on some more granny squares. And then I cleaned my desk. I like to take everything down and wipe it down every once in a while. I took my drawing tablet down. It was bittersweet, but now I have the Android tablet or the Samsung Galaxy tablet, and that's what I've been using. I love it so much. Getting ready for some more crochet time. And then we went to what we thought was karaoke, but it turned out we had the day wrong. But I brought my outside project. Saturday, more granny squares. I was on it. I thought my dice looked nice in the sun. And then I started working on my journaling pages for my character journals. So I am putting as you can see, the location, the date, who I played with that day, and this is where I'm going to write my notes. I then discovered that since I'm doing this digitally, I didn't have to put white spaces for the text, so I made dark mode sheets, and oh my gosh, I love it so much. I love a dark mode. It's so satisfying pulling it up. It's easy on my eyes. I think I'll try to make a dark mode template to put up on my Coffee too for free as a different option. And here it is all done. I love it so much. I've been using it already and it's really nice. Here I'm planning out my dice bags that I wanted to make for each character. This was super fun. I was doing a little scrapbooking moment, picking out my patterns, taking screenshots of the YouTube videos I use for the tutorials and putting it in the journal spread. And then I started my dice bags. Making these dice bags was quite the journey. Many of these patterns I hadn't done before. This one was a spiral stitch and I was obsessed immediately. I love that yarn with the black so much. I had to frog it though because I used the wrong hook size and it turned out too big. But yeah, I worked on these throughout the week and that's part of why you're getting old footage. It's because I gave myself quite the hand and arm injury. I finished it with the 4mm hook and it looks way, way better. My hands do not agree, but my eyes do. This will work a lot better for a dice bag. It's a lot less gappy and the stitches are tighter and neater. I like it. Now to make one more. The second square is done, and so am I. It's almost 1:30 in the morning, and I will weave in these ends and sew it together tomorrow. But it is really pretty. It's almost tempting to work up the rest of this in this pattern, but I only need two. But it would make a cool sweater or something. This is all I have left of this though, so maybe I'll make a dragon scale dice bag or two with the rest. But for now, good night. Hi, it's the next day, and I'm going to try to make all the squares I have to make today, and then sew them all together at the end. So I have 3 to 4 bags to make, so that's 6 to 8 more squares. And then hopefully I can find a way to join the squares together to where they're even on both sides. This was the start of a dice tray dice bag hybrid. I don't know why I started this when I had so many other projects in mind, but that's what I did. The sparkle one?
Yeah, they didn't.
Look.
Be one of the party. Oh, they didn't have that one.
They usually. I've never seen pink with the green.
Get it?
No. I've been much better about practicing self-control in Joann's. I'm much more able to go in and appreciate all the yarn, but not buy any that I don't absolutely have a project in mind for. They had cute Halloween stuff. Look at that poor baby missing his eye. This was right when they started putting it out, and it was so nice to see. We played more D&D on Wednesday. Me and my friend both summoned a ton of skeletons. So that's what all those little meeples are. It was really cute. That was my one impulse purchase from Joann that day. I did not need it, but I wanted it. And these were all yarns I got to make the dice bags for my characters. Well, not that one. That one was actually from Amazon, another impulse buy. So much for talking about being better about impulse buying. But those are the only two, I swear. These are the yarns for my Storm Sorcerer's bag. That's what I'm starting right now. I love those colors together so much. I feel like they suit her. I feel like her colors are black and like really cool purples. Like cool tone purples. There is the front and the back of the first square. I really try to weave in my ends as I go to save myself some strife. This is the start of my Divination Wizard's dice bag. So it's a glow-in-the-dark star that forms a square around it. I really wanted to use that light purple, but it just didn't work. The star became unreadable, so I switched it to the dark. And those are my other bags. There is me still lamenting about taking out the light purple, but I did it, and it does look way better. Greetings from my kitchen counter. I thought I would do a character journal tour as I get rid of them from my backpack, since I recently just finished all of my digital journals, and this binder is full to capacity. So here's the first page. This was my first character ever. She's based on my D&D character. I'm obsessed with her. In this front pocket is a Foam Brain Games encounter thing. This was from a blind bag. You got a cute little pin. Plus this card, some coupons from a local restaurant. So initially, this is my character. So initially I wanted to have these character sheets for each character, plus all of these things that I was having trouble keeping track of. Turns out that these pages were a bit small for me, and it was filling up really quick with all the characters I was making. So all of this has been redone in my digital and printable Canva template, but this was the original version. So sorcery points, meta magic, feats, my storm sorcerer traits, and tiefling traits. And then all of these, minus these blank pages, are notes from previous campaigns. Some of them I didn't take too many notes. I made custom dice stickers to match a set I actually have, so I would put those in once in a while. This is from an epic we did. We carved pumpkins, and I had a black cat mask. Another Halloween thing. I think this was another epic with more pumpkin carving. We had a frog character at our table that was very cute. I kept rolling ones apparently. I had inspiration apparently. This was from November 2023. More notes. Santi, my other character. I didn't finish her journal stuff. A bunch of notes. There's not really much to see in here. It's really just a bunch of notes, like puzzle stuff. I wish this was like a cooler journal to look at. I took a lot of notes for this one. It's not like those cute aesthetic character journals. This is just for Adventures League stuff. I take notes where I can. All of these adventures are only 1 session long. That's why some of them are pretty short. Some of them I've done 1 or 2 or 3 times, so the notes get considerably shorter. Different character, more notes, more notes. This is the last chapter I have in here, so things get a little bit crazy. Like, this is for a different character, these notes. I started writing the character's name down so I don't get confused. But yeah, that's pretty much all that's in here. A lot of notes for different characters. My stickers, my dice stickers, a cute sticker from a local game store, more stickers. This is... we did a play test. What was the name of this game? Tunnel Goons. It was pretty cute. It was a play test for a game you only use D6s. What else do we got in here? More stickers from local game stores. Items that we got from one of our epics that we did. We got a Cuba Force and Ione, Stone of Protection, and a Necromancer Spellbook. I don't remember who's supposed to get these. I'm actually pretty bad about putting my rewards in D&D Beyond. So that's one thing I need to do with this journal is go through and look for where I put all the pluses and see if I really added them to D&D Beyond or not. But yeah, I like the idea of keeping a physical journal. I would love to do something like this for a character that goes through their own actual campaign so the journal can like grow with them. But for Adventures League, I think the digital journal is the way to go. So I'm going to be retiring this book from my D&D bag. Honorable mention, this does not fit in the frame, but this is an 8.5 by 11 book that I was using for examples for my printable journals. This is also where I have my autographs. So I met Neil Newbon 3 times. Ooh, I don't have the other ones. I'll get back to these. But yeah, this is where my bigger journal pages. These are the templates for my current, or these are made from my current Canva template, as well as these are item cards. And this one I actually did fill out per character. However, I haven't even started taking notes in this yet, and it's pretty full, which is another reason why I decided to go digital for these. But the pictures look so good printed out, big and stuff. I love it. Here's the Maya. She is available as a free download, her and her journal pages. My Plasma Explorer Druid. Gloria is also available for free download with her journal, her character sheet, and the rest of my autographs. This is another one from Neil Newbon. I met Jennifer English, Shadowheart's voice actress, and she was the sweetest person I've ever met in my entire life. It was such a treat to meet all of them, but she especially was so sweet to me. I met Deborah Wilde, Mazelle's voice actor. She was also very sweet. And the last one from Neil Newbon. I love Astarion so much. I love my Baldur's Gate 3 character so much, and I love them together so much. So that's why I had to get that one 3 times. I didn't want to pick this sad picture from his ending, but they didn't really have many options at the table. And I didn't really have time to run through the artist alley to get a custom print. But I did, as you saw in the beginning, print out this picture to get signed. This is taking up a lot of space in my D&D bag and I'm not using it for playing, so I'm going to take this out too and keep it here. This is my current dice bag, which is holding dice for most of my characters. As you can see, it is stuffed to capacity. I have no room, I can barely close it up. I have to like really push the dice down in here, which is why I'm making bags for all my characters now. We have the dice from my Twilight Cleric, Severi. These are Drifting Stars dice, my Divination Wizard. I'm going to take these out and show them better, but I'm just taking them all out of here for now. These are my Grave Cleric dice. Valine. These are Serenity's dice, my Aberrant Mind Sorcerer. These are Santi's dice, my Divine Soul Sorcerer. And these are my Storm Sorcerer's dice. This is the one based on my Baldur's Gate character. Oh, these I lent to someone to use, but they didn't need to keep them, so they gave them back. So these I actually have to put back in this bag, which is running a little bit low. This is my bag I used to give dice to new players. Go in there for now. Yeah, this one needs a restock. Oh! Oh! I got this from a gacha machine, and I was using it as my spiritual weapon mini for a long time. I tried for weeks to get this out of the gacha machine, and I'm so glad I got it. It is so cute. But I'm going to reuse this bag. Ooh, I'm going to reuse this bag, give it a little cleaning because it's seen some stuff. And I'm gonna let Santi and Valine share this bag. I think their dice fit well in here. They're both like necromancer adjacent, so it works. The skull glows in the dark, so I don't know. I like it for them. But since I'm making new bags and I'm gonna wash this one, and occasionally anyway I like to do this, I'm going to wash all these dice so they're nice and clean to go in their new bags when they're done. So what I do, and then I just fill it with warm soapy water and swirl them around, and then I dry them. I'll use this dish towel to dry them. So here's the cup with warm soapy water. Here's me using scraps of this glow-in-the-dark yarn to make these moon granny squares. These came out so pretty, and I was able to use up those tiny scraps. It ended up being just enough. Hi. I haven't been talking much these last couple days, because I haven't been feeling very well these last couple days. And also, my husband works overnight, and we have like a one-bedroom apartment. So, I don't want to disturb him with my talking, and he's often snoring in the background. That's why my videos have a lot of voiceovers. I had something to say, which is why I set this up, but I cannot for the life of me remember what it is. What I can say though is that it's been really fun making this vlog over the last 2 weeks almost, like week and a half. It feels like a lot of work getting just the right clips of everything, but it's really fun to see everything come together, and it's nice to have the memories to look back on. I'm kind of realizing this was maybe kind of an ambitious project to make all these dice bags. I'm having weird second thoughts like, oh, they're gonna take up so much space in my backpack. What about when I make new characters and they get their own dice bags? But I love an accessory, so I gotta do it. And it's been fun trying to find the patterns to match the dice and stuff. And seeing everything start to come together is super cool too. This square I'm working on right now is for my Drow Twilight Cleric. what it looks like so far. It's a moon. The moon glows in the dark. I wish I had some like dark blue yarn, but I don't. I just have this black, but at least the black is sparkly, so it kind of looks like a night sky. Simple isn't bad. And then after this one, I think these are the last squares I have to make actually. And then I have a pouch in the round that I started that I'm going to use for my plasmoid spore druid. My hand is definitely feeling the 4mm hook. 4mm doesn't even seem that small, but my hands and wrist seem to disagree with me. I miss my 5 and my 5.5. I'm already excited to work on a thicker project after I finish these. But once I finish these squares, all I have to do is sew them all together. I've been mostly weaving in my ends as I go too, so that's going to save me a lot of strife when I'm putting them together. I wanted to start this other square tonight, but I don't think my hand and wrist have the stamina for that tonight. It is already midnight, so I guess it's a good time to stop for the night. But it's been really fun, like I said, like making this video. I'm excited to like post it. I get so happy and excited whenever I get like the YouTube notification that I get a comment or a subscriber or something. I love hearing from you guys. It's so fun to find people that have similar interests. And even cooler to find people with similar interests who think my stuff is worth watching and commenting on. Like, what? That's crazy to me. But it makes me so happy. So if you ever gave me a like or a comment, thank you so much. And even if you don't comment or like, but even if you're just here and you're enjoying the videos, thank you so much for being here. You are also very much appreciated. And that's about it for this square. Is it about the same size as the other ones? Yep. Alright, that's it for now. Good night. There is my bag progress with their corresponding dice. That square I was working on, that solid black one, goes behind these because they were too gappy and I didn't want stuff peeking through or falling out of the bags. And then we went to play more D&D. Tuesdays and Wednesdays are our D&D days, and I love them so much. That was a fun fight. There's me experimenting with borders for the bag. I ended up ripping this one out, I think, because it was too tall and too big on the top. That top border came out way better, so I just used that top for all the other bags. More Tuesday night D&D, my happy place. Except when my friends roll double nat ones. I've also been there. It's not a good time. That was quite the battle. There were like 5 of us and 20 of them, but we ended up doing alright. More Halloween stuff at Joann's. They had the skull and cat yarn bowls, and I did end up getting the skull bowl. They had a lot of the glow-in-the-dark yarn, but I practiced restraint and did not get any more because I had a lot from last year. And here's just a little tour of my local Joann's. I love seeing what other people's Joann's have because it feels like every store is completely different. There's the Halloween yarn. They started carrying hanks of yarn, and there's a specific one of these that I really wanted, but they didn't have it in the fiber type that I wanted. That's the color I wanted right there. It's the pan colors with like the dark gray, but it was the wool base, not the linen base. And they released more granny square yarn. I have all that red, so I didn't get any of these, but that purple and teal one, oh, I want it so bad. There's some iguanas. And would you look at that, more D&D. These little shop of horrors like Venus Flytrap, Audrey 2, Plants at Joint, I think this was Michael's actually, was giving me so much life. Yeah, this was Michael's. They had these cute little Halloween town houses that I thought would be so cute for like a D&D map. Like, look at that. Paint it up, put a mini in there for a shopkeeper. That would be so good. Here's the yarn. Our local Michaels, their selection is pretty slim, but they had some cool stuff here. That is so gorgeous. I don't know what I would do with it, and I have enough yarn, so I didn't get it, but I did get this to make some gummy bear bags. And here's some of the Michaels Halloween stuff. And this was another Halloween Village thing, and I thought this would also be amazing for a D&D set. Like, look at that guy. That was like a knight. He could be like a little boss or something. A carnival, like D&D session with all these minis would be so good. The cemetery was so good. We had a D&D epic that Saturday. Oh no, this was a playtest for the Crooked Moon. Look at that. I love taking pictures of our maps. This was really fun. I highly recommend Crooked Moon to anyone interested in D&D and spooky stuff. Looks like I yapped myself right into the end of this vlog. It does end abruptly because I very quickly hit burnout right after this. My hands were pretty much destroyed. I couldn't barely even like use my computer mouse without like nerve pain. So I really had to take it easy for a while. And mentally I was also burnt out, so I was having a hard time. And then at the very beginning of September, my husband and I both got sick. There was a D&D epic on I think the first Saturday of the month, and I think that's where we got sick because our whole table got sick. But we were down for like 3 weeks. At the end of the 3rd week into the 4th week, we were finally starting to feel better. We took COVID and flu tests. They both came out negative. It was just a really rough month. So now, at the beginning of October, finally feeling healthy again. Mentally still struggling a little bit, but I'm feeling like reinvigorated. I really want to make more videos. I've been crocheting again, very, very gently and with my compression gloves every time and for like short bursts. So for the next video, I'll show what I've been working on. Besides that, I've just been taking it easy. I started playing World of Warcraft again and a little bit of Final Fantasy XIV again, so that's been fun. I did a little bit of drawing. I'll try to insert the one picture I drew here. And that's pretty much it. It's nice to be feeling better and feeling like I'm able to make videos again. I've been meaning to do this voiceover since the middle of August. It's nice to get this video done and uploaded. I'm sorry it's old footage, but I'm excited to have like a clean slate. No more old footage to go through and just new stuff from here on out. If you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you. I hope you're doing well and taking good care of yourself, and I hope to see you next time.